My name is Chris Farah. Welcome to my channel. So happy to see you guys. This is a weird angle. I know that. I know it. It's a weird time in life. It's a weird time for this world. Can we talk about it? Let's talk about it. So, I am going to talk about something fluffy, which is that 90-day world, that 90-day fiancé-ness. But I didn't do an edited recap of the final episode because there's been so much happening in the world, and I just didn't feel like spending 12 hours editing some recap and making a thumbnail and everything when there is a whole movement happening right now in America, which was brought up by not only the decades of injustice and brutality that Black Americans have had to face from police forces and oppressors like that, but specifically the death of George Floyd and also Breonna Taylor, and we've seen a week of just numerous protests and a lot of viral footage of across the board people peacefully protesting with signs, people getting into skirmishes and altercations and being hit with crazy rubber bullets that inflict a bunch of physical damage. We've seen images of people praying with police people, and we've seen people fighting amongst each other. We've seen cancel protests. We've seen people trying to rip down the signs for George Floyd. We've seen old white men get pushed down by the police and bleed on the cement. We've seen some old white dude with a bow and arrow trying to Robin Hood the protesters. I mean, we've seen a bunch of images, but some things have happened as well, like all 4 officers that were there and privy to George Floyd's death, all arrested. I think right now it's in Louisville, Kentucky, where Breonna Taylor was just sitting, chilling until cops came in and took her. So, and now those people are getting charged, hopefully. And then the people that knocked down that white old man who was bleeding on the cement, now they've been suspended, and then their whole task force resigned in recognition, or resigned in some sort of protest for them. And then it's good riddance to all of them. It's just LA County ended up rescinding their curfew and changing the budget for police funds. There's just been a lot of things happening, right? And so I mean, it just seemed to count. I mean, I just couldn't just sit down, just hey, I'm gonna spend 12 hours editing. I protested. I went to a march in Newport Beach, which is where I am right now. I'm quarantining, which is, a predominantly white, affluent neighborhood in Orange County. And it was, while I was there, beautiful day, beautiful protest. Lots of diversity there. Not a lot of Black people, just because I wasn't surprised, because there's not a lot of Black people in Newport Beach. I'm, as you know, Syrian Lebanese, and when I went to school here, it was me and one Mexican guy in my grade school. Maybe 2. One was adopted. We were the brownest things there. There was no Jewish people. I went to Catholic school, so maybe that makes sense. But that was what it was like here in the 80s, in the 90s. But one of 2 reasons why I wanted to protest down here: A, low-key, because there's less COVID, and so I felt less anxiety about being in Los Angeles for that reason. And also B, I thought it would somewhat mean more because I've done a couple of things over the last 4 years to try and represent different viewpoints than are you know, represented in Orange County. Like Orange County has known to being somewhat Republican and conservative. So I was really, really happy to go to the protest, and it was huge and long. I mean, a lot of people, a lot of people, mostly young people. Um, yeah, not a lot of families. I think there was in Pan Pacific Park in LA, but a lot of young people, so that was good. And everything was chill until one Mini Cooper decided to like try and run over protesters on the peninsula, which is the dumbest thing for a lot of reasons. One of the reasons is that it's very small. You can't do much. There's like one lane. So it's like they're pulled over and we're going to be like, oh, yeah, you're going to be arrested for attempted murder. Okay, so the FBI reopened Breonna's case. They had closed it, yes. Hello, everyone. We are brother and sisters under, yes. One sky, yes. No Jews in Catholic school. Why? It's just not, I mean, yeah, there was just weren't Jews in Our Lady Queen of Angels. I'm sure there have been at some points. I'm just saying, and it's such a small school. It wasn't like there was like even two classes of one grade. There was just one grade there. I mean, there just weren't. I don't think they were like expelled. Just that they just didn't go there. The police are not doing a good job. Consistently, yeah. It can be problematic. I mean, I understand the human nature of wanting to like share positive imagery of like the police praying or blah blah blue, but it can be problematic as if they were always on our side or they were always chill. There's not. So that, was a whole thing. Also, like, I'm not even done with stories. Like, the NFL was like, JK, we should have been totally chill with letting players kneel. Sorry, Colin Kaepernick, for ripping away your career at the height of your career when you're one of the best quarterbacks. But no worries. We're just going to keep having all these white quarterbacks, and none of them are saying anything during this time, like the Drew Brees and stuff like that. Like, what? And there's just like a lot. So that happened. They apprehended the guy that was like ripping down George Floyd signs. It was like a bicyclist. Like Twitter came after him and just found him. They arrested him. All this is happening so fast, and not okay. Like that part, definitely not like the fact that it took so long to like get the people that like killed Breonna. Okay, and what was I gonna say? Oh, like Lindsey Graham. There's like, which is a really funny story. Like Lindsey Graham, is a very conservative politician who like is nuts and very right wing. And there's just all of these gay sex workers who are like fed up with him trying to take away the rights for gay people. And they're just like, we've all worked with him. He has hired us all. He just is gay on that deep, deep DL. And we all call him Lady G. If you haven't read that story, it's like, it's just like, I mean, I've tried to like on Instagram, just like take snapshots of pictures and stories and upload them. It's just like overwhelming. First of all, I can't believe I've already now been talking for 9 minutes. But like, it's like, okay, this is the live check-in part. Like, we have to get this all out of the way. I didn't get into this during the recap I tried to do on Sunday night of the episode because it's just, I mean, it's just so much. I'm like barely talking, and it's like, I haven't even taken a breath. I can't believe 9 minutes have gone by. Okay, I can't even like get to what you guys are talking about. I just, it's been very eye-opening, and it's a very crazy time. It's painful, it's dramatic, it's very uncomfortable. But of all I know that I would say, and the ways in which that my life has changed or grown or evolved, those things are always present. Periods of being in pain and being uncomfortable. They are always present when huge change is afoot, when growth is happening. They're like growing pains, but in a crazy sense, you know? Okay, so I haven't even really been able to like read all you guys. Maybe I should have just like done a live check-in of what's happening now, and then I'll do like the cast controversies later because my dad's making dinner. But I wanted to talk about them stupid them stupid cast members too. Anyway, I will say this. I love you. This is a hard time. If you aren't familiar with Black Lives Matter or you're just starting to understand or see, or if you're confused about things, I want you to know that no one's perfect. I've made mistakes. I've been unable to comprehend things in my life because of the huge amount of privilege that shaped who I am. You know, like, and it's hard to like wrap your mind around how things come off and your words and your actions from someone sometimes. I mean, listen, if you're a blatant racist, like, I'm not talking to you. What I'm saying is if you haven't had like your eyes opened and you haven't been like, if this hasn't touched you in some way because you sleep at night comfortably and when you see a cop car, you're like, hi, sir. I'm doing the protecting and serving just like we pay them to do. I would just I would encourage you to understand there is a whole different reality. And the different reality for other people is unjust and brutal because of maybe the color of your skin and your social economic class. You haven't had to worry about the things that Black Americans have to worry about, which is that they will not be trusted in some way, that their mere existence is suspect, that they can be killed just because. It goes back to like that Amy Cooper, right? Like that Amy Cooper was that white lady in Central Park who had her dog not on a leash, which is like low-key crazy. It's a huge park. I'm gonna crack my back. And she gets called out for it. And instead of putting her dog on a leash, she's like, well, I'm gonna call the cops right now. And I'm gonna tell them that an African American man is threatening me. He is African American, he's threatening me. She knew exactly what she was doing, which was saying, all I have to do is call a cop and tell them you exist in my presence and you will be arrested, or worse. And the worse is a threat. By the way, this person, Amy Cooper, I hope I got her name right, had given money to Democratic candidates. Mayor Pete was her candidate. I'm going to make that distinction too because she was quote unquote liberal. So it doesn't mean that she's immune to racism. It's so systemic. You have to actively mine it and peel it out and question. So, okay. Let's talk about 90 Day Fiancé. So the reason why I'm going to talk about 90 Day Fiancé is because I didn't talk about it all week, and a lot of things have been happening, and I think it's really important. And I'm hoping that you have done your due diligence about being aware as much as you can about what it is. Reading different sources. Don't listen to Fox News. Don't listen to CNN solely. Both sides. See everything. And when I say don't listen to CNN, don't listen to Fox News, like don't even just watch American media. Go on the internet, go on Twitter, look at that. Go to out of American news sources, look at them. You know, expand the horizons of what we're doing because You need to. There's different narratives. Different companies own different news sources, and everyone has, you know, a bottom line. Everyone has politics in their own workplace. There are agendas they have to meet. Okay, so why don't want to so having said that, I've done my due diligence. I have not. I have been very active and vocal on Twitter and Instagram and Facebook, not in my Vanity Fair Facebook, but like my personal Facebook about what's happening. And so I feel completely fine to now talk about this dumb fluff. You guys, Angela, okay, so here it is. Maybe I'll even like put on the top of the video like I start talking about the stuff that I named this video at exactly 16 minutes. Angela Deem's daughter, Scotty, released from prison, served 15 months of multiple 20-year sentences for child molestation. Now, you know this, not the one that was on that she wants to freeze the eggs, but Scotty. We know Scotty from like first season of Angela. 35-year-old received 20-year prison sentences to be served concurrently after pleading guilty to 3 counts of child molestation in 2019, and she is already out. According to prison records, Scotty was released on parole on May 6th. It was previously reported that Scotty would be getting out extremely early, but those reports indicated that she would be serving at least 2 years and 1 day. As a result, Scotty's release after just 1 year and 3 months went completely under the radar. This is, by the way, I'm reading off of Starcasm.net. Awareness of Scotty's release came after she shared a video on Instagram showing support for the Black Lives Matter movement. Right? She'd been posting. As we previously reported, Scotty was indicted in September 2018 on 1 count of a statutory rape, 1 count of aggravated child molestation, and 11 counts of child molestation stemming from multiple instances with a juvenile boy in 2017. As part of the plea deal, Scotty would eventually plead guilty to 3 counts of child molestation. She is again sentenced to 20 years in prison for each count, but was allowed to serve them consecutively. No, concurrently is what they should be saying. Representatives from Jeff Davis County District Attorney's Office and the court later stated that Scotty would be serving 2 years and 1 day of her 20-year sentence and would spend the remainder of her sentence on probation. I assume she meant Scotty would remain on probation until 20 years after her prison sentence began, but prison records indicate that her parole end date is January 31st, 2021. She was added to the sex offender registry in Georgia. Wow. Whew, honey. I mean, that is bananas. I mean, that is, how did she, like, is it because of Corona? Is it because of COVID that she got out early? Like, I mean, that's, even if it was, like, that's too early. I mean, like, is she a model prisoner? Like that, I mean, you can't even be that model. She's not like, is she the Bella Hadid of prisoners? How did that happen? So yeah, I posted a picture of Jesse Meester, Jesse of Darcy and Jesse, because he's been on that TLC's Fine Love Live, and he posted the most insane thirst trappy picture, like underwear, bikini pic, just like, we see you. We don't want to see you, but we see what you're doing. It's it's loud. I did post that picture in Vanity Fair on my Facebook group. George Nava of Georgia and Fisa is out of prison too, but he served way more prison time, by the way. 100% more prison time than Scotty. George has been in prison for like 4 years for marijuana, when marijuana is technically legal in California. He didn't touch anyone. And Scotty gets out of prison for like in 2 seconds? Who did Angela pay off? I am not going to get my mind around that. Like, that's bananas. So, okay, we all know the tell-alls happen. I don't want to spoil the tell-alls. Like, as we know, in the universe, there was 10 hours of the tell-all footage, raw footage that was released to us in some way because like one of the cast members like tweeted the link of the Zoom or something or whatever, and so everyone got to watch, and because people were watching, they like saved it. Is she in here? One of my subscribers gave me all of the intel during the moment and on Instagram, but I like, didn't watch it. It was like a lot happening. It was like so much. I just like wasn't into it. You know, I wasn't into like deep diving and watch. First of all, I'm not going to watch 10 hours of footage. Like I like this show a lot, but I don't like live and breathe this show. I have things to do. Oh my gosh, you guys are so cute. Oh. Hi. Hi, Anna. Okay. You guys, I'm so happy to see you here. Lisa, thank you so much for holding down my mod. Jessie is gross. Violetta. Oh. Hey, hi, Sally. Thumbs it up. Yeah, you guys, thumbs it up. If you haven't yet, thumbs up this video. We're talking. Oh my God, Lou guy. I haven't seen you in so long. Thank you for that super chat. Oh my God, Lou guy. Thank you so much, sweetheart. That means a lot. I really appreciate it. That's a lot. Maybe. Thank you. Thank you. It's nice to see you all. It feels really good to see you. I miss you. Renee, it's nice to see you. Mr. C, honey, coming from that Tulsa. Okay, so I don't want to talk about the spoilers of the tell-all. It doesn't interest me. I want to like watch it and be like excited about it, Okay. Sarcasm actually does not have a lot. I'm like surprised, but that Scotty situation is intense. What's my other one? Celebgasm? No, celeb some. Dang, gossip. Let me go to the websites. Let me go to the Instagrams. Frauded by TLC is a good one. What are all your favorite, I know there's like Reddits and stuff like that. I don't even go into the Reddits. Supposedly Jehoon and that girl, I can't say her name, Dee and Jehoon, they're supposedly broken up. Frauded by TLC has her own cameo now. That's hilarious. I don't even know what you look like. God bless you, though. Okay, so two things that have happened is Varia has now started to do videos about her relationship with Jeffree because, as we know, Jeffree has multiple lawsuits pending against him for assault, and so I think that she low-key didn't want to have any social media presence during the run of the shows because she knew that it would be a lot on her, and now she's talking about their relationship. Okay, so let me just say that. I can go back to that. This is a little tea, by the way. This is a crazy tea from Frauded by TLC. Ash, of Ash and Avery, asked Tom, which is suspect, to help him test Avery's commitment. So to help his friend, they're close friends, Tom began communicating with Avery and asked her out. She said yes a mere 2 days after one of her many breakups with Ash. Only once the date was set did she find out it was a setup. Is that not the most junior high throw up in my face? What the hell? What? Who are you? Immature thing you've ever heard. I'm going to deep dive into this now. If this is true, Tom and Ash are grossly canceled. First of all, if she's broken up with him, she can go out with anyone she wants. First of all. They're on a break, as Ross would say. That like showed my age. That reference, didn't it? That's fine. Um, okay, so people are saying, obviously, also the thing with Varia and Jeffrey is that he's still technically married. The tell all is going to talk about this Ash, Tom, Avery thing, so I guess I just did give a spoiler. God, I hate them so much. That is so. I hope. Yeah, I hope that she is just going to be like, yeah. I know, of course, not. I wouldn't go out with Tom now, but like, Ash is dumb. Oh, okay. This is like not giving. This is not giving me as much tea as I wanted it to. Oh, I want to see what you guys say. Tom has zero lips. Stay away, lipless man. Toby, watch them. Hi, ladies. Tom loves attention. I know. I hate that Tom is still on the show. It's like I don't understand why Tom and Jesse want their own spinoff. I don't understand. Like why they're not best friends. They want to be like the Darcy's exes, a love story. Tom is a lying narcissistic pig, should be banned. I mean, they're so similar, right? Can you believe, even though like they look different, that like Darcy just has a type and it's like horrible, attention grabby. This is the worst season yet. Both the Americans and non-Americans seem so phony and disingenuous. Why would Ash have done if Tom and Avery hooked up? Cry, honey, and there'd be big tears because he has big eyes. I think everyone should have a 2-season series limit. Yeah, just like politicians. I think someone asked me like, who's my favorite man of the season? Williams. Yeah, Tom's bedazzled skull. Oh, I You know what? I'm not. I thought that I wouldn't be able to have. Oh, you know what other people are talking about, which is funny, is like Pal had a babies and they never gave her like any sort of like special, and then Lauren gets like a whole birth special. I mean, that makes me upset because I would much rather. I mean, I guess both of them are just too hungry. Like maybe Lauren is less hungry for attention. But I just don't like her. I find Pal effortlessly more interesting or whatever. So, but that is like interesting who they give the specials to and who they don't. I'm surprised they haven't given Angela her own spinoff yet. Some other little tea is that Lana supposedly, we know this from the previews, is that Lana still has her dating sites up. Ooh, The Other Way season 2 sneak peek shows Power of Love. 90 Day Fiance, Jesse defends himself for using penis enlarger after massive outrage. What? Okay, let's read this. Jesse's never been, afraid of displaying his chiseled body. The popular reality star often posts attractive pictures on his Instagram. However, Jesse recently received criticism for posting controversial pictures that made him look like he had an extra large peenie, which is what I'm talking about. And that's on the Vanity Fair. And maybe does it have it here? Yeah. Okay. I'm just going to show you guys, old school wise. Look at that. Look at it. Look at it. By the way, his like horrible caption is, listen, if you can't handle people talking about you, then you're not ready for success. Like, you wish this is what it looked like. You wish. He was not happy with his criticism and posted several lengthy messages to defend his actions. Jesse said that his critics were jealous of his success, and he reasoned that the fact that people were talking about him meant that he was doing the right thing. He encouraged his followers to take charge of their lives and stop following what other people thought. Some fans supported Jesse's decision to post a provocative picture. They argued that he had a right to improve his appearance, and there was no harm in him using a penis enlarger to enhance his features. I don't understand what is the penis enlarger. However, a majority of fans felt that Jesse's use of a penis enlarger showed that he was insecure with his package. It appears that the fans' criticism made Jesse change his mind and delete the picture. What penis enlarger? Pills? A device? Like, is that some sort of like Facetune extra app you pay for? I mean, what are you talking about? Socks? Okay. I don't need this information. Okay, that's bananas. Everyone's talking about. 90s star Usman Omar slams claims that he's a scammer, says he stayed with Lisa out of pity. Yeah. He actually said that on the show. He was like, I'm doing you a favor. Remember that? Hee hee hee. Okay, there's another 90-day fiance spinoff. This is what this one says. The Hollywood gossip. For what feels like the billionth time, 90 Day Fiancé is unveiling a new spinoff. On Strikes Back, stars from the previous season will confront their haters on camera while filming themselves on iPhones and iPads. A number of stars like Tom Brooks, Stephanie Matto, and baby girl Lisa are reportedly already filming for it. Other stars like Avery Warner are said to have declined, but reports have been strangely quiet about Big Ed Brown, a man who's usually the first to sign up for an interview and speak his mind. There's just no way, fans say, that he would turn down the opportunity to speak directly to his haters like this. Unless, of course, TLC has banned him from the show, and looking at his history, you can see why. Has he been blacklisted? He's definitely the biggest breakout star, and yet he's not on the show. The dude's everywhere. It's not flattering. He has a disability. Okay, this is dumb. Strikes Back. That's true. Oh, this is another one. Is this a spoiler I'm gonna give away? This is what it's about. So I am gonna say this. So sorry. 90 Day Fiance Varia stuns Jeffrey over having a child. Jeffrey and Varia got back together in last Sunday's finale, but it was at the expense of Mary Wallace. This couple's storyline on the show had turned into a love triangle after Jeffrey broke up with Varia and began dating Mary. The Tennessee native had returned to the United States after Russia after Varia failed to accept his proposal. Okay, we know all this. Why are you telling us this? In an Instagram interview with Dominic Nady, Vari revealed that she and Jeffrey had not discussed any wedding plans. However, she said she would prefer an intimate ceremony with a few friends and family members. She joked that she would not want a huge ceremony. Oh, wait. However, when asked about her plans to have children with her boyfriend, Vari appeared hesitant. The Russian reality star said that she had not discussed the topic with Jeffrey, but she suggested that she would not mind if he decided against having more kids. She told fans her and Jeffrey would reveal everything about their plans in their self-produced tell-all, which will air immediately after the TLC tell-all episodes. Dominic revealed that he would moderate Jeffrey and Varia's version, and he promised that this show would surprise many fans. TLC banned Jeffrey from appearing in the cast reunion tell-all episodes after fans learned that the Tennessee native was facing sexual and domestic violence charges in court after Jeffrey and Varia got back together. Many fans expressed their dismay at the move. Many 90 Day Fiancé viewers do not trust Jeffrey and his sudden decision to dump Mary and get back with Varia. Wait, they made it seem like she had a child. Oh, that's a clickbaity article. Ugh, I'm sorry to do that to you guys, but this is what it's like to do this live. A lot of like stuff about Erica responding to Stephanie, Erica's parents. Tom is so corny. I'm reading you guys. I think it is clickbait. Yeah, you guys are right. Oh boy, no, thank you for that season. I'm approving peen messages because topic, but I'm having a hard time keeping up. Ha 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 ha. There are pills, I guess, the device that swells up the peen. I guess it's kind of like, remember when like Kylie first got her lip injections? There's all these like sucky things on Instagram, like you would just like, I don't know, it was like this thing where you just like, it would like, then they would take it off and they'd be like, well, I can't do big lips, but maybe it's something like that. Reality tea. Ninety Day star Larissa says she'd do porn for $500,000. Okay. Ooh, the 90 Day Fiance Happily Ever After season 5 cast revealed. Let's see who's that. I would so watch a season where they would go to therapy and unpack their BS with a professional. Yeah, that's when they all get cast on Marriage Family Boot Camp. That show already exists. This would be one of the seasons of the franchise who enjoys the pet name doesn't always mean we're gonna happen. Okay, so I don't want to. Oh, this is May 21st. This is old. So it's Kalani and Asuelu. I don't like. They're boring. Tanya and Sinjin. Ross and Paula. Lauren, Alexi. Oh no, that's couples featured on past seasons. Oh, I'm so sorry. Tanya and Sinjin. What else? Okay, Kalani, Tanya and Sinjin, Elizabeth and Andre, Paul and Karini, Angela and Michael. See, it's like those are good people, but like, I mean, they've all been on so many times that it's like everything is going to be so staged now. It's kind of like Real Housewives stuff. It's like, 90 Day star Laura Jalali has a new boyfriend of Aladdin, and Karini, follow me. Yeah. Yeah. The other way starting, which is the new season, new gay couple, men this time, and yes, appears they're really gay. Yeah, I'm excited about this new season. I think it's on Tuesday, right? You guys will tell me. The gay girls on the season was so fake. It's true. I think they were trying to capture the fan base. Those seasons were so good, but we need new couples. Yeah, it's like, it's interesting. Like, I wonder how many times they've tried to like film more Danielle and Mohammed stuff. There's not a lot of good stuff. Michael and Juliana honeymooned in Florida. Yeah, so Devin and Jehoon she shows off her amazing new look, embraces fillers for modeling career. 90 Day Fiance leak. Um, Tarek and Hazel spotted filming in America for TLC. That's not important. Big Ed is like joining OnlyFans. Maybe does that mean that he's gonna try and do porn? There was a comedy skit of Tom trying to hook up with baby girl Lisa. I mean, he'll do anything. Ooh, Nicole's mom, Robalee, speaks out on Asin's secret wife and kids. Oh, I'll click on that. I'll do that. Nicole's mom, Robalee, finally broke her silence on Asin's biggest scandal. The TLC star has been keeping quiet about her daughter's fiance despite endless rumors about him, but now Robalee is sharing her thoughts on Asin and his reported secret family. It looks like Nicole is still enjoying her time with Asin, blah, blah, blah. Nicole doesn't mind staying there. She's quarantining in Morocco. In a previous post, Nicole gushed about Asin, saying she'd never want to leave his side. It's obvious that she's head over heels with him, but not everyone's convinced. Um, because it became even worse because of the rumors of Assan's secret family spread like wildfire. Fire. He already has a wife in his life. It's not Nicole, and that's maybe why the $6,000 like had to happen. Allegedly, he got another girlfriend pregnant around the same time he bailed on Nicole after their Granada trip. That time, he called off the visit due to family emergency, which many believe was referring to his. I'm almost done. I gotta go. I'm gonna read the rest of the story. Okay, so in a response to a fan's comment, Robalee said Azan is adamant that he's not married and he has no kids. She added that Azan maintains such claims are false and that he's been being sincere to Nicole. It remains unclear whether or not Robalee believes Azan. However, she thanked those who brought the topic to her attention. But can we trust Azan? I mean, God, what to do? What a crazy world. I am excited about the TLC tell all tomorrow. Part one. Sean just like having to moderate all these people on Zoom. That's a lot. I wonder how much she's getting paid. I also, of course, and the people were wondering how much like Rosemary got paid. I'm gonna hate so much when they keep showing the previews is like, and then I go to Rosemary's Facebook and it says she's in a relationship with a woman. And it's like, why? She never told you she was still gonna be with you. Why are you mad? Big deal. You ruined it. I got like a weird tan, I think. My Cupid's bow. I got like a weird tan today on my arms. All right, baby boos. My dad made dinner and I gotta go. Gotta go eat that dinner. But I tell me what things I missed. Tell me what parts you want to discuss. Maybe I can jump on tomorrow before the tell all and do another live. I also want to do a live after the tell all, after I watch it. There's a lot happening. So thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for listening to me rant for 16 minutes before this video started about the status of our lives here in America. Maybe you're not in America, but the status of us, the Americans that are here, what's been happening. If you disagree with me politically on anything I said, I don't care. Don't leave me a comment. I'll delete it. I will delete any inflammatory political comments. I don't care. I do pop culture commentary and reality show recaps on this channel. I don't speak politically often. It's not that I don't in other realms. It's just truly I know a lot of smart political people that like write for the Daily Show and stuff like that. I'm just not one of them. It's just not my bag when it comes to like my comedy. And so that's why I don't talk about it that much. But it doesn't mean that I don't have like my own moral compass and what I believe. And I just don't care to engage with people that want to argue with me. It's just not my bag. I just don't care enough to do it. You know what I'm saying? So I guess if you disagree with anything I said in the beginning top, why would you have stayed this whole time just to have me say, don't yell at me on my comments? But I'm not someone who like wants to like engage in debate with someone. It's just not for me. It's so much easier to block and just get rid of your comment immediately. That's what I will do. So it's not that I don't want to hear your enlightened opinion. It's not that I'm not open to a discussion. It's just that it's not for my YouTube. I don't care about it. I don't care about going back and forth over that kind of stuff. What I care about going back and forth over is fluff. It's dumb fluff. You know what I'm saying? Um, I do the work I can outside, and I need to have boundaries in other parts of my life. That's just the truth. So, having said that, I can't wait for the tell all tomorrow. I really, really love you guys. I really, really hope that wherever you are, that you are enjoying some moments of peace or family time, of mental clarity, and of comfort. Because in order for us to fight the good fight, you need to have those moments as a balance and to feed your soul and and nourish yourself. If you another There's so many positive things you can be doing in this world, like giving to charities or amplifying voices or being there for your people you know in real life, or protesting or emailing or whatever you want to do. So find the things that you want to do and do that. Don't engage with me in a negative way. I don't care. I really love, but I mean, I'm just saying, this is no one here that's going to do that, but you know who is going to find this video later. I really, really love all you guys. I thank you so much for being here with me tonight. If you haven't yet liked this video, please do so, but please mostly comment and tell me what I should talk about tomorrow. I'll do a live, and I know I miss things. But yeah, my dad, I think, made like some sort of chicken dinner. Some vegetables, like roasted vegetables. I think there's like artichokes and like olives and tomatoes involved and garlic, which I'm excited about. He's been really into it, so I should go. Thank you for my super chats. You guys are the best. Okay, so yeah, you know how this usually goes. Vanity Fair on Facebook. If you want to talk more, you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter. I'm at Chris L. Farah. The L is for lockdown, which we're still in. And really appreciate you guys as always. Take care of yourselves and each other. Stand up for what you believe. Make art. I appreciate it. You guys are the best. Thank you so much. I have a big tongue. Side note is, since I'm having this thought right now, is that my friend was like, oh, you can tell how big your tongue is because you have teeth marks on it. It's too big for your mouth. And I was like, what? And she's like, look. And I was like, oh, oh, I do. Why is my tongue so big? My teeth are smaller. My jaw is small. My tongue is big. Anyway, have a good night. Okay, I'll talk to you later, baby boos.